All right, guys. So even though I'm not here today, you still got to do a warm up, and we're still going to take some notes. So on this first screen, I've got the warm up written down. I want you to go ahead and press pause on the video, and then jump right into the warm up. You can work together with your neighbors if you need to, but press pause, write the questions down, and then work them out. Once you've worked them out, come back to me, and I'll have them worked out here for you. All right. So press pause. All right, so you should have had a good try to get them done. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute that 2. That leaves me with a 12a minus 8. Over here, we still have 4 plus 12a. So you were pretty good at the end of the day yesterday recognizing the fact that, hey, if I have a 12a and a 12a, when I subtract 12a from both sides, those are going to cancel out. I'm now left with just 4 and negative 8. 4 does not equal negative 8. So our answer here is actually no solution. All right. So make sure that feels good to you. If it doesn't, ask a neighbor what I was doing there. The second equation goes back to those fraction problems again. Our game plan here was always to multiply by the biggest denominator. Our biggest denominator is this 9. So we're going to multiply everywhere by 9. 9 right there, 9 right here, 9 right here. And when we do that, it kind of kills two birds with one stone. Obviously these nines are going to cancel out, but the 3, in this case, this 3 is also going to divide into 9. 9 divided by 3 gives us 3. So when we multiply everything by 9, what that does is it allows both of those denominators to cancel out. So we now have 3x, so 3x plus, in this case the 9 is gone, so it's still just 2x, and then 5 times 9 is 45. Real quick, those are like terms. 3 plus 2 is 5, so 5x equals 45. Divide both sides by 5. You should get x equals 9. All right, so hopefully that's getting more and more comfortable. Let's take a look at a little bit of geometry back from middle school as well. It says, what is the height of a triangle with the area of 30 and a base of 12? Well, what this requires us to remember is the formula for the area of a triangle. So the way I like to write the formula for the area of a triangle is by taking your base times your height and dividing it by 2. So that's 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. I prefer that kind of setup. So let's start to plug in everything we know. First thing I see is we do know the area. The area is 30. So instead of A, I'm going to write 30. And then, so that equals, if we use my fraction, we do know the base. The base is 12. What we don't know is we don't know the height. My height is still h. And then the whole thing is still being divided by 2. So now I have a really easy equation because that 12 and 2 can simplify. And we now have 30 equals 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. So 6h. And now it's just a really easy divide by 6, divide by 6. So the height of our triangle is 5. More specifically, 5 centimeters, because we were centimeters squared. Okay, so just a quick first video there for the warm up. If some of that didn't make sense, talk to a neighbor about it. That's totally fine. And the next video, we'll jump into our new lesson.